What's up, guys? You are now tuned into another episode of Convos in the Cave. I am your host, Mel, speaking. Um, Continue to click that like, comment, subscribe button on the way in. Click that notification bell so you get your videos early. All right, guys. So today's conversation, man. Today's conversation, we going battle rap with it, man. We going battle rap with it, and if you guys are new to the channel, please share the video, man. Tune in. Look out for more future videos. And yeah, man, that's that. Anywho, we go on URL TV with it. Shout out to Smack, shout out to Beasley, shout out to the whole URL TV movement. Smack finally came out with an event called sorry, I gotta get this event. I forgot. Outside four. Outside four, and it's just refreshing to see. Smack's still alive and kicking. If you guys thought Smack was falling off, a lot of people are saying those narratives is like circulating the culture. But he's not. He's been working, and he just did an event called Outside Four. If you guys are not familiar with the URL TV app, please go download it. It's $7.99. Real cheap, man. Real cheap, and you get your money's worth, especially when it's named battle rappers that's on the app that's rapping. You want to take advantage of that at all costs. Some of the events, is no names, but it'd be good, decent battles. Smack is in the position to where he's trying to develop new talent. I have no problems with that. I would like to see the veterans like a lot more, but it is what it is. He's a grown man. He could do what he want. But anyway, yeah, like I said, go sign up for the URL TV app. It's $7.99. It's probably the cheapest app known to man at this point. Yeah, so the first battle on that card that outside for is Loso and Hansel. And before I get into this video, I want to let you guys know that this was like a pretty decent battle. Hansel is one of the up and coming rappers. Loso is more or less a seasoned veteran at this point. But Loso, he continues to disappoint me. I like Loso. He's one of my favorite rappers, but he's been choppy. And this battle, it was choppy for him. Every round was choppy. I can go through some of the rounds, before I give my prediction. Hansel went first. And one of the first lines that he said out the gate, Hansel is very consistent. He's very well polished. He's creative. He has, a witty style, and he's a little aggressive. So one of his first lines was, "No acting. I know hard works beat talent. Joe Jackson." That was fire. Um, then he went on and said, what he said? I'm Saquon. I'm still over niggas, even if I revert backwards. That was fire too. He said, I got dead homies I can't get rid of in my contacts. That's my only angel numbers. That was fire, bro. I got dead homies that I can't get rid of in my contacts. That's called angel numbers. That was fire. Loso was choppy in the second round. He had like a Medea scheme. Um, he kind of choked it. It's a possible choke, I want to say, but he got through it. But it was choppy, But he also had some lines in there. He said, He said, you think I give a damn about Tyler Perry? You think I give a damn about a Tyler Perry movie when I just killed someone who's barely thinks like a man? Talking about J2 because he just battled J2. And then he had a couple of acting schemes. I'm assuming that Hansel was an actor or he did some type of acting for Tyler Perry. I'm not sure how true it is, but that was the scheme and that was the play all day, which was kind of cool. It was good to see because sometimes a lot of people don't have anything to talk about that's true, so they fabricate. And it seems like this is true. So shout out to Loso for doing his due diligence as far as that. He said you grew up in this. He said you grew up in the spotlight like photosynthesis. That was crazy. Um, he said, wait, hold on, where we at? Oh yeah, he was like, you touch me. He said you touch me, a $150 would go across your chin because they say what he said. They say cuts have. Oh, he said they say to cut hands off if it causes you to sin. All right, so let me do that over. Sorry, I was reading that wrong. He said, "You touch me, a buck 50 will go across your chin because they say to cut hands off if it causes you to sin." I guess that's a one of the scriptures in the Bible. It's not verbatim, but it's kind of like similar. Yeah. So that second round, the first round, I gave it to Hansel 1-0. The second round, I also gave it to Hansel. I felt like he was more like aggressive. He had more lines, and Loso was just choppy the whole second round. I must say that he was definitely choppy the whole second round, and it was disappointing. I couldn't even really get like into what he was trying to say. You know what I mean? There's a couple of lines in there. I'm not even gonna go through the lines because it was a lot. In the third round, I gave it to Loso. Loso finally was aggressive. He felt like he knew his third round. Yeah, that third round was definitely special. If he was rapping like the third round, his first and second round, it would have been a closer battle. Possibly Loso would have won. I feel like Loso had great material, but being that he couldn't deliver it well, it didn't go over well. You know what I mean? So Loso, again, this is one of the situations where I feel as though you gotta, practice your rounds, and you gotta learn them. You know what I mean? You gotta get to know them like the back of your hand, where you could just on the spot just start rapping. You know what I mean? That's what they pay you for, if you're listening. So overall, the battle, I gave it to two. I gave it 2-1, um, Hansel, and the first and second went to Hansel, and the third definitely went to Loso Clear. I'm pretty sure when you guys watch this battle, you'll see what I'm talking about. But Loso was a little choppy, and Hansel was the more veteran in this battle. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna look at some more battles, guys, and I'll be back posting a couple of videos here and there, and just to cover the whole event. Yeah, so shout out to URL TV and the Outside for event. Yeah, Mel, Convos in the Caveman. We out of here.